Hello and welcome to another edition of Check It Out. Okay, check it out. Here's our American Standard Champion 4 toilet. This is an absolutely awesome toilet, except it has a flaw, at least in my opinion, and I think the feedback I'm getting is a lot of people have this. This thing ghost flushes. It leaks a tiny bit of water. You can hear it at night, just drip, 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 and then it will fill the tank back up, of course, wasting some of that water. As a low flow toilet, boy, what a shame to be wasting that water. So I'm gonna show you how to fix that, and we'll just kind of go step by step. I got my cameraman here, Ben, to help us out. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
So here's what you want to do. Step one, turn this water off right here and make sure it's nice and snug. Mine's already off. Go ahead and flush that toilet, which I've already done. And then here is the gasket that you need. Here's an old one. As I'm going to explain, you're going to have to do this repair on a regular basis. Not too regular, but every couple years or so. And we'll kind of walk through that. So this gasket leaks, and it's just an issue that American Standard toilets, at least this one, has. So you're going to have to either replace this whole toilet or just settle into the fact that you're going to have to replace this gasket somewhere between maybe once every 2 to 3 years. And if you buy the cheap gaskets, you're going to have to do it every 6 months. Maybe you can get away with a year. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But so I called American Standard, explained to the problem they were having. As you can see on YouTube, there's a lot of people that are having the same problem. If you call American Standard and you still have your receipt and your CPU code, they will send you out for free a new gasket kit. This is the gasket kit right here. Unfortunately, I did not have my receipt, so they charged me. I believe it was like $8 to $10, something like that. It's well worth it. Spend the $8 to $10. I have 2 of these toilets with the exact same problems. And so obviously I'm spending about 20 bucks on those. But they sell the same gasket at Home Depot. It looks the exact same. It is not the exact same. Doesn't work the same. It will leak. So save yourself the frustration. Spend a half an hour. Get on the phone with American Standard. They'll send you out the new ones. Hopefully you still have your receipt and you can get it for free. Here's the kit. Here's the instructions that come with it. I've already opened mine, but this is the packaging for it. And this is what comes with it right here. 2 gaskets. This is the main culprit right here, this blue one. And then this is another little red gasket, which I'm going to show you where that goes. And the next part to changing our toilet, Ben, as a cameraman, you want to hold it right there for us and I'll show everyone how easy it is to lift this guy up. We'll put this guy right over here. We'll get our instructions. And I'll kind of show all the viewers at home too. This is an old gasket. And if you look closely, see these bubbles? This is what happens, and this is the reason that this gasket fails. Those bubbles swell up, and then they cause little leaks down here. So if you want to check your toilet to see if it's having this problem, here's how you do it. All right, Ben, hold that camera right there for us, super steady. So empty the tank as we've done, pull it up, put your fingers here, and run your fingers around it, and immediately right here, I feel right where that finger is, there's a bubble. We'll take it off and I'll show you that bubble. Keep feeling around. I've had some of these have a half a dozen, even more than that, of these bubbles. And those bubbles are just enough to lift up a little part of this. Water leaks down there, and that's your problem. So the good news is it's relatively easy. So here's all you have to do. This guy right here is a little nut. You are going to turn it counterclockwise. It snaps the first time, and just kind of hold it with your other hand. Give it a good 10 twists or so. You'll feel it when it disengages right there. And you can see that's our other little gasket we're going to change out. Just gently lift this guy up. We'll put it right here on the toilet. Take this guy off.
So there's the old one.
And there's our problem. And look, let's look closely, Ben. Can you see that little bubble right there? I think I may have just made it so they can see that little, it looks like a little blister.
Yeah.
So that little blister is it. These happen. Water gets in there somehow, obviously. Or for whatever reason, they blister up. But they do this. I've gone through about 10 of these gaskets. Every single one has done it. If you get the real American Standard ones, again, they last about 2 years before they start doing this. Maybe 3 years before they start doing this. If you get the Home Depot knockoffs, they start doing this after 4 to 6 months. So get the American Standard. I know it's a bummer. Otherwise, this toilet is awesome. So we need to change this guy out. We're just simply going to grab our packaging right there, get our new one right there, put it on this guy right here. And then as I place it in, it fits a little bit loose, so I kind of hold my fingers like that, make it kind of centered, which it basically does by itself. Put it right on top of there, just like so. You can see the blue going around. And then this little red guy right here, I am going to get my fingernails. Let's see if we can get that guy off. Comes off relatively easily. There we go. I have my new one that was part of this gasket kit. There it is. We'll slip it right on there. So I've heard some other comments about people putting petroleum jelly on these guys to try to help out. I don't know. Not sure if that works or not, but you can see some other comments about that. And then we're gonna put this guy down in here. And by the way, the petroleum jelly is not on the instructions, and that's why I'm just trying to do exactly what they say. And then again, you're gonna give this guy, I don't know, half a dozen turns, and then you're gonna hear it click, and that lets you know that you're good. So you'll kind of see it has a spot where this thing settles in, and it just clicked a little bit. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
And it's kind of two, if I keep turning, there's another click. So there's kind of two clicks right next to each other. You kind of settle it in between those two clicks. If you want to go one more half a turn, you can. And then again, you settle it in between those two clicks, and that second one's a little bit louder. So just about like that. We'll give it a little tester there. Looks good. So we've replaced both those gaskets. We'll come back down to here. We'll turn our water back on. And we should be good to go. All right, folks, we hope this helped you out. Let us know in the comments if there's anything we missed. But we've done this a few times, and we feel like we'll probably be doing this again in about 2 to 3 years. But for now, I think we're in good shape. Hey, Ben, what do you want to tell our viewers?
Please subscribe to my dad's channel and my channel.
Hey, hit subscribe, hit like. We have a couple other channels too. One, if you want to teach your 7-year-old how to read, look at Read to Me Ben or Read to Me Taylor if you have a 4-year-old who's learning to read.
Yeah.
Along with being very handy, I'm also a 2nd grade teacher. We can teach you all kinds of cool stuff. All right, thanks for hitting like. Thanks so much for subscribing. Have a great day. See ya.
Bye.